Hello everyone. Hope my hello finds you people doing amazing in your life. My name is Shreyanshi and today I'm going to talk about self-concept. So if somebody asks me today tell me about yourself, how will I answer this question? Definitely I'll say my name is Shreyanshi. I'm a 20-year-old girl pursuing my BA from my MMV, etc. etc. Many of the people, or let's say every one of us, answer this question based on the knowledge we have about ourselves and based on the factors of what our profession is, what's our name, ethnicity, etc. etc. Self concept is defined as the individual's belief in their self. This also includes who and what they know about their own self. Now, the question arises, how do we develop this self concept? So, basically, self concept is divided into two parts. Number one, existential self, and other is the categorical self. So, number one, existential self means an individual in his early stage of life realizes that he is a separate being in this whole world, and these beings are continue to be there in the over space and the time, and this is something which you develop at a very young age of 2 or 3 months by your interaction with this world. Now the second is categorizing self. So after realizing that you are a separate individual, you exist on your own, we we are able to realize that like many other objects in this world, we humans do also have properties like our height, our weight, our gender, etc. Now the question arises is, how do we see ourselves? The way you see yourself or portray yourself is your self image, which may not be completely accurate for many of us. This self image depends upon four factors. Number one, your physical description, like how you look like, what's your body type, what's your facial features are, what's the color of your eyes, etc. etc. The second one is your social trait or your social role. As we all know that human beings are social animals, and they have a certain role to play in the society. And maybe we define our self image regarding our social roles also. Now the third is personal trait. Personal trait is how you answer the question, who am I? All the things which you say in this question, who am I, defines your personal trait. The fourth and the last one is the existential statement. This dimension covers most of the abstract knowledge you have about yourself. It includes statements like I'm a spiritual being, or I'm a happy-go-lucky type person, etc. etc. Now, the question is, how do you value yourself? I hope you have heard about the word self-esteem. Many of us, we don't know what the meaning of self-esteem is. So basically, self-esteem is defined as the way we accept ourselves and like ourselves. It also includes how we value ourselves. And there are two types of self-esteem: positive self-esteem and the negative self-esteem. If you have positive thinking towards your own self, you have a positive self-esteem, and if you have a negative feeling towards your own self, you have a negative self-esteem. Positive or high self-esteem means you have high confidence, you believe in yourself, optimism is there, and you don't others' opinion doesn't matter to you. On the other hand, negative or low self-esteem means pessimism, having lack of confidence, being trying to be someone else, trying to fit in someone else's shoes, or not having faith in your own self, etc. etc. Now after this, there's a question that how do what factors influence our self-esteem. So there are four factors that influence your self-esteem. Number one, others reaction, and this is especially true for the people with whom we see ourselves and who matters to us. If people agrees to us, listens to us, compliment us, we try to develop a positive or high self-esteem. On the other hand, if people avoid us or say hurtful things to us, it may lead to negative or low self-esteem. Second is comparison with others. There is always a group with whom we compare ourselves in order to know where we stand. If we are doing good from the group we compare, then we will develop a positive self-esteem. But if the group is doing more good, or is more successful and happy than ourselves, then we are able to develop a negative self-esteem. The third is the social roles you play. Now, as we all know, in a society we have many roles to play, and if somebody is a doctor, teacher, or a business tycoon, these type of privileged roles helps you to develop a positive and a high self-esteem. But on the other hand, being a criminal or committing a crime or committing a sin or being a prisoner develops in a low self-esteem, as you don't see yourself to be a good person. Last but not the least, fourth, identification. As we all have talked about our roles in the society, many of us identify ourselves with the roles we play in our society. If we play positive roles, we definitely will have a high and a positive self-esteem. But if we play a negative role, then this will lead to a low or negative self-esteem. I hope you people understand the self concept and liked it. If you liked it, please do like, share, and comment on my video. So before leaving, I just want to give you a piece of advice. See, we have heard that from our parents and elders, they say that treat people like you wanted them to treat you. No, there's a slightly misunderstanding of this thing. I'll suggest treat yourself as you wanted others to treat you. This is how you're gonna treat yourself at the best, and you will get a better treatment from others. Thank you and have a happy and a lucky day.